In a very wide open bottom half of the draw, where opportunity knocks for the likes of Cameron Menzies, Callan Rydz, Ryan Searle, and the fit again and resurgent Nathan Aspinall after all his injury problems. As for these two, well, they line up in a top half featuring 6 major winners, including the world champion Luke Humphries and the Premier League champion Luke Littler, and one of those two will face the winner of this one as well. Josh Rock in your picture there, a first-time winner on the European Tour this year, and the 2-time European champion Rob Cross. A repeat of their meeting at this stage of the tournament last week in Budapest. 6-4 to the Northern Irishman on that occasion. A revenge mission maybe incoming for Rob Cross this weekend. Once again, the number 6 seed against the number 11.
Is Rob to throw first. Game on.
So fasten your seatbelts, buckle up and enjoy the ride. 8 matches in this afternoon's session, the round of 16, and later tonight we have the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and of course the final itself. Rob Balaki in the chair for this one. Great to be here. Absolutely buzzing atmosphere.
134.
And also enjoying it alongside me, it's good afternoon, Matt Edgar.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's not just this afternoon where we've had the atmosphere and it's been bubbling. It's been all weekend from Friday and I'm sure through to the very last start. And they don't have to wait long before they get an opportunity to hoist those 180 cards up into the air for the first time this afternoon. But just to further emphasise the point of what this top half of the draw is like in regards to how compact it is, 7 out of the 8 players in the top half of the draw are seeds. The only non-seed to get through was the 5-time champion of the world, Raymond van Barneveld, where in the bottom half, only 2 seeded players made it through to this stage.
Yeah, I've got to say,
96.
1 or 2 of those players in that bottom half wouldn't be human if they weren't counting their chickens right now, but that will count for nothing. Matches to be played, matches to be won. Rob Cross in position here.
93. Just would have got 148.
Unless Rock can find this 148, which he can't, so Rob Cross should
81. Robbie required
convert
8.
here to hold for the opening leg of the match. Good win for Rob Cross yesterday in that match against Andrew Gilding. Very impressive, I thought. The finishing was really good at times from Rob Cross yesterday. Never looked in any real danger, I have to say, in that one. And he gets the opener, and he leads 1-0.
It was all-round game, wasn't it, for Rob Cross? The level of control of which he had on that game from start to finish. Every single little moment he won. And normally we say players will cancel themselves out a lot of the time and you win the key moments. Well, Rob Cross went one better and won pretty much all of them yesterday. An average of 101 and a 6-2 success. May have things a little bit trickier today, though, with Josh Rock.
I would suggest that will be the case. Yeah, Rock averaged 99.9 in that win last week.
100.
Rob Cross rattling in a third 180 of the match. And we're only in leg 2.
96.
Just wonder whether this slightly earlier start will have any impact on the players today. It's a slightly different schedule, I suppose. I don't think it will have too much of an issue for most of them.
85.
Beautifully finished off from Josh Rock. What a response that is as well. 12 darter. And what a standard these two have set so far. Certainly delivering and certainly living up to expectations.
Well, the early scheduling only tends to really affect the players that are on early in the session, because the ones that are on later, they've got games before them, so their time slot is pretty much non-affected, where we're looking at players like Josh Rock and Rob Cross, who are very experienced in regards to PDC darts, and this used to be the start time for all the Pro Tours. It's 12 o'clock local time, so they'll be used to this sort of 9 till 12 preparation slot.
Yeah, and also, by the way, if you are watching in the UK, we start at 6 p.m. local time tonight, so 5 p.m. if you are watching in the United Kingdom. So just make sure you're not caught out by that minor change to the schedule today.
$433.
Lovely approach play again by Rob Cross to get down to a finish, but he might not be, or might not have to be too aggressive with this 170 anyway, because Rock is some way behind. Cross certainly making the most of the position that he's in. He's on throw here, didn't like that first dart at all, so switches to the 19s and switches to very good effect as well, with a couple of treble 19s for good measure to leave double 18. It's one of his more trusted finishes for Rob Cross.
Robbie require 36.
Started off with a 13-darter and has the opportunity for another one here as well to re-establish his lead at 2-1. Has to go to double 9 instead. Oh, he split it because Rock is adrift enough. Double 4.
32.
Does have the luxury of time here due to the outscoring of Josh Rock, who's not really found too much in this leg and actually left himself the big fish.
Cross got to 170 some time ago. Double 2 now for Rob to find a way through somehow. It was a bit awkward that first dart, and he's busted his score anyway. Now all of a sudden, Josh Rock has genuine aspirations here.
90.
He'll keep chipping away because he will know that this could go all awry once again for Rob Cross. Does not like that one bit. He's back in the madhouse once again. Rock is on a very gettable 80. But it's just as well for Rob Cross that he was able to find a way through with his 20th dart. So that's brought the average tumbling down, but more importantly, he's got the third leg and he leads 2-1.
There'll be people watching this who play darts themselves and often go to double 1 and know the problems it causes, and probably think when you get to a certain level, an international platform, a professional platform, that maybe you're not as bothered about double. I guarantee you, from world champion down to playing down the local, no one enjoys the double 1 situation.
Well, Rob Cross trying to force the issue on the Rock throw.
100.
He's sort of changed a bit, hasn't he, Josh Rock, sorry, in his approach play. He's become very animated. I noticed it the first time when he was in the World Cup of darts. Very, very animated in between shots. He's got a bit of a comfort here because Rob Cross mathematics didn't work out too well, but he doesn't want a comfort, does he? He doesn't want a cushion, he doesn't need it. Biggest finish of the week so far for Josh Rock, and it gets him level against Rob Cross.
Yeah, it was interesting as well with Josh Rock. When I saw him in Antwerp a few weeks ago, earlier in September, he'd just become a father, and he put in a couple of really good performances, and he said, you know, I've barely picked up a dart over the past 2 weeks or so, barely practiced, managed about 20 minutes here and there, but obviously otherwise engaged, otherwise occupied with the latest addition, the new addition to his family, and it seemed to work out for him. Got to the third round in Belgium at the start of September in Antwerp, quarter-finalist last weekend, but looks to have his, as you say, his game face on once again.
Sometimes those little breaks and those little gaps can really benefit, because just breaks those patterns of play that start emerging, those little things you start to notice, certainly when you're practicing the sort of hours that's required to compete at this level.
174.
Yeah, he was beaten by Chris Dobie 6-5 in that third round in Antwerp, but kicked off with a 6-0 win against Jitse van der Waal with a 103 average.
100.
Very impressive return to the stage for Josh Rock there. This one is just ticking over nicely, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if this one were to continue to go with the throw, but real opportunity now for Rock, having got down to 67. Pressure on this 148 for Rob Cross, and it ain't going to happen as well, so maybe now is the opportunity for our first break of throw.
98. Joshua requires 67.
We'll be expecting a minimum of 1 dart. No damage done here, still single to double.
Yeah, it's a good job he checked. Tops. Yeah, tied it up really well there.
Josh Rock.
Thanking Kurt Bevins as well for that little instruction.
Josh to throw first. Game on.
not just me with the mathematical errors. It happens to the best of them. Josh Rock, yeah, just double checking, and just as well that he did, really. Getting away with that one. And getting the first breaker throw as well.
Yeah, the early part of the game, it looked like Rob Cross was the more threatening, but as we've gone into the middle part of the match now, Josh Rock starting to stamp a bit of authority, but Rob Cross is having none of it.
Well, I wouldn't rule him out just yet, certainly.
82.
Rob Cross will not be fazed by that breaker throw in the slightest. He'll just stick to his guns, get back on the board and hope to put in some big numbers, but the big numbers have gone astray here.
97.
Recovers with the final dart. Not quite in full control of this leg just yet. Certainly now.
138. Just look 144.
That could be a key last start for Rob Cross. Another one of those to leave double 12.
Good.
Oh, show-stopping stuff from Josh Rock. Devastating counterpunch from Josh Rock there. A 144 checkout to back up the 136 from earlier on. And just when it looks as though Rob Cross might hit back and get the break that he needs, Josh Rock came up with something really, really special. A 12-darter. That's 3 12-darters now for Josh Rock. Really impressive numbers from the young man.
And when you stood behind your player and you're in that match and they need that 2 trebles to double combo, you often think you're coming back, and on 2 occasions now, Rob Cross not coming back to the board. Look at those winning legs from Josh Rock. 12, 12, 15 and 12. 5 visits or less. That means he's running well over the 100 average, which we've seen already. An average of 105 here for Josh Rock.
Yeah, and the 15 was a breaker throw as well. And yeah, my goodness me, the average at the moment for Josh Rock is 105.
80.
Keeps this up, he'll be on course for the highest average of the weekend so far.
98.
Sometimes when you're in these games and you're trying to assess it, like Rob Cross will be doing now, be thinking, how can I get back into this? It's not that the scoring power's not there. That front 9 average of around about 112. He's getting down to finish. It's just those big finishes from Josh Rock at the moment being the difference.
$55. Josh to record 150.
Well, let's see how this one shapes up. Not very well so far. Switch to the 18th.
78. Robbie requires 72.
72 plays 72, but it's Cross on strike first on throw, and you suspect this has to go, really. Double 6. Nicely played. Under a little bit of pressure there, Rob Cross. Very mindful that Josh Rock was in a very good position to nick another leg, but Rob Cross reduces the arrears and just stops that mini sequence of 3 Josh Rock legs there. Rock, first time winner on the European Tour this year at the Dutch Darts Championship in the summer. He'll be very keen to get back into the winner's circle on the European Tour. Celebrate his elevation into the world's top 16 this week as well. And he's certainly going the right way about it.
Well, they actually both won European Tours this year, didn't they? Rob Cross and Josh Rock, actually 2 weeks apart. European Tour numbers 6 and 7, both in May
86.
earlier this year.
Yeah, Rob Cross winning that title in Kiel at the Baltic Sea Darts Open, beat Luke Humphries in that final. Humphries with one of the 9 darters, the 6 9-darters that we've had on the European Tour this season. He'll be shortly taking on a man who's produced another one, Luke Littler, in our second match of the day.
100. Josh requires 53.
Josh Rock is in the comfort zone in this one now. Another 12-darter incoming, maybe.
33.
Well, not quite.
There was a flicker there from Josh Rock after literally throwing the dart as if he was going to walk to collect it. He's in that mode right now where he just expects to hit everything.
99. Josh requires 20.
This time, no mistake from Josh Rock. And this is very, very good indeed. Very strong numbers. And 5 out of 7 on the finishing as well. This is a really good, healthy return for Josh Rock today.
140.
Setting himself up nicely, should he advance to the quarterfinals later on. Let's see how he starts things off here. Could be very positive indeed. Oh, what a time to produce that one.
You do get into these modes and these flows sometimes where, especially when you're a rhythm player like Josh Rock, that you just feel you're going to hit everything, and the board's telling him that, he's telling himself that, and you feel could be about to see something pretty special from Josh Rock today if he can stay within this flow.
Well, it was around about 2 years ago that Josh Rock won his first title on the PDC circuit. That was at Players' Championship 28 in October of 2022. Beat Luke Humphries in the final of that one as well. What a 2 years it has been. A quick elevation into the top 16 and looking to elevate himself into the last 8 here in Basel as well for good measure.
88.
Yeah, shame about that last start. It might prove costly.
It's not to say he can't do these 2 treble combinations. He's given us 2 big ones already, but this one is for the match.
Just going to go 133. Robbie require 30.
40-30. And Cross found the advantage. Yes, he can. It's a hold of throw, but it's a big hold of throw. Just a little reminder that he's still in the hunt and he still wants to somehow salvage this one. 5-3 down, becomes 5-4.
Well, the concern here for Rob Cross is the way Josh Rock is playing and the fact that all Josh Rock winning legs have been 5 visits or less. If Rob Cross wants to do this and break the throw of Josh Rock, looking at those numbers, we're suggesting Rob Cross needs to find something in 12.
Yeah, and when time is running out, when legs are running out, that just accentuates the problem as well. And Josh Rock has started off fairly handily in this one as well. And it just reapplies the pressure, it intensifies the pressure. But Rob Cross can live with it, but he's got to do a little bit more, you feel.
58.
Down to a finish. It's a big one, and it may have to go as well.
100. Robbie require 161.
This is a chance, maybe only a half chance for Rob Cross. Even if he doesn't take out this 161, he may well feel as though he's got a good opportunity to return. That 110 is gettable for Josh Rock. He's taken out 2 ton plus checkouts already today.
Robbie require 110.
Over to the 18s, can't find the treble.
86. Robbie require 104.
But Matt, this has to go.
Absolutely. Josh only missed 2 darts at a double in this game, so you don't think he's going to miss 3. Rob is going to get a dart at a double himself. He needs to find the treble, can't do so. And that reaction from Rob Cross tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, he looks like a man who knows that the game might be up very imminently indeed. Although Josh Rock is further away with that one. Slight adjustment on the oki. And it pays off, and it pays dividends. And Josh Rock, once again, getting the better of Rob Cross on a European Tour stage.